If you're struggling as a real estate agent and you want to get your next client in the next 30 days, this is exactly what to do. And the most important part is I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to do, even if you have no money. The only thing you need to commit to right now is not having any excuses. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. And at the end, I'm even going to break down a daily and a weekly routine that's going to help make sure that you get there. So the first thing is that we need to focus on daily intentional outreach. We need to make sure that every single day we are getting in front of new people. In real estate, it's not just who knows you, it's who you know. And the easiest way to start to get now business is focusing on low-hanging fruit. Like you can see here, you have FSBOs, you have expireds, you have, if you have any potential past clients, but this is going to be an important one, which is connecting with at least 10 people per day from your phone contacts. The majority of people have hundreds of people in their phone contact list. The thing that you need to realize is that most agents are secret agents who I see struggling. And they have this weird feeling where they don't want to let everybody know that they're a real estate agent. But I would rather be that person that lets everybody know that I'm a realtor, and if that rubs some people the wrong way for whatever reason, then that just shows me they're not a good friend and I shouldn't have them on my Facebook or my contacts anyway. But the majority of times, your next deal is going to come from your phone, who's already in your contact list. But we also want to focus on this, which is going to be FSBOs and expireds, and that is the low-hanging fruit, which are basically the people that have raised their hand saying that they want to work with a real estate agent, but it either A, didn't work out in the term of an expired, or they don't quite understand the value of a real estate agent and believe that they can do it themselves, which is where you come into play. Now, many people are gonna say, well, I don't know what to say. And that's where we can come over here. You have no excuses at this point in time. And if we come over here and look at FSBOs, calling, texting, door knocking, video messages, expired listings, which the best time would be sometime, as you can see here, around 7 to 9 a.m. So many people make up excuses and they say, well, I don't know what to say. I know that I need to be doing FSBOs and expireds, but what the heck do I say? Well, now with the opportunity to leverage LLMs, large language models, this is going to be artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, or any of these other platforms that you decide to use, you have no excuse not to execute immediately. Let me prove this to you. Some people are going to say, well, I don't know what to say to a FSBO or expired. Cool. I came up with this prompt. What are the best real estate cold calling scripts for FSBO and expired listings? I want you to create the highest converting scripts by blending the best strategies from people like Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, and one of my friends, Brandon Mulrennan. And I want you to create the most common objection handlers and a complete follow-up script. Cool. Well, now, FSBO hybrid method using Brandon Mulrennan's soft approach, use the discovery methods by Tom Ferry, use a value pitch using Tom and Mike Ferry, and then here's expireds. Okay, cool. Mike Ferry and Brandon Mulrennan blend in the introduction. Now we have the discovery questions using Tom Ferry's influence. We have the value pitch using Tom Ferry as well. And then we also have the most common objection handlers, as we can see right here. We're not listing with an agent. We're gonna wait. We already have an agent in mind. We're just gonna keep doing it ourselves. Well, here's the exact response to all of that in seconds with one prompt. And you can even see here, I had to build out a follow-up script using voicemails, texts, emails, and a follow-up template so you know exactly what to do every single day. So this is very simple if you're willing to leverage the tools and technology that you now have at your fingertips. Before artificial intelligence, it took time to research that, or you had to pay for coaching $1,000 a month for some of the coaches that I just mentioned. But now you have access to all of the material and you can get the best of a blend of them and tailor it toward you so you know exactly what you need to do. So step number one, intentionally you need to get in front of people every single day. Now step number two is going to be social media. This is something that again focuses, prospecting is more, if we look at prospecting, it is more now business. If we look at social, it is more later business. However, it is still really valuable because if you need a client in the next 30 days, you should go into the next 30 days with the perspective and the mindset that I'm going to do whatever it takes. And when you start looking at the social media, strategy here, it's really not that difficult. 3 to 5 posts per week. Well, what can that be? That could be behind the scenes. That could be a new listing, a different listing at your brokerage if you don't have any, for example. Or it can just be you sharing some of the perspectives on the market, the current interest rates, or how the market's currently affecting buyers and sellers. This is a very simple thing to do. And again, this is going to be my response to you. If you don't know what to do or what to post, ask ChatGPT every single time. Say, I'm a residential real estate agent in Austin, Texas. I need to post 3 to 5 times per week, value-driven content. My goal is to generate leads within the next 30 days. What are the best posts that I can make today that are gonna help me get my next client quickly? That's your prompt. Done. And it's gonna give you exactly what to do. The next thing is going to be stories. Stories is one of the best ways to remain top of mind. Becoming top of mind comes from your posts and your prospecting, but remaining top of mind is whenever you continue to leverage stories, because it pushes it to the top and it allows you to get in front of people every single day. And what are you gonna do with this? Well, very simple, behind the scenes. If you're driving to go get a coffee, share your perspective on something that you learned. Maybe you read a book, maybe you listened to a podcast. Just do something. Don't overcomplicate it. And again, if you don't know what to say and you're getting all trapped up in your head and you don't know what to post, ask ChatGPT. Next is going to be engaging using the 10-10-10 rule. If you want more details on this, you can Google it. It's very simple. But this is essentially just authentically engaging with others. When we look at social media, where a lot of people go wrong is this is social media. This is a two-way street. You will never get engagement if you don't give it. So what I encourage you to do, leveraging the 10-10-10 rule, is start to, again, write 10 real, authentic, genuine comments every single day. Engage with other people, right? Reply or engage with 10 people's stories. Very simple. Send 10 DMs per day to somebody that is either in your local market, a potential business owner, or a past client. But that's all that the 10-10-10 rule is. And it's so simple of writing 10 valuable, authentic comments, engaging with 10 people's stories, and sending 10 DMs. You could do that every single day. And when you start breaking down the math, if you do 10-10-10, that's 30 per day, 30 points of contact. Well, if you extrapolate that over the next 30 days, in the next month, that is 900 points of contact. That is absolutely massive. And again, when you blend that with prospecting, that's gonna put you in a very good position. But the goal is you need to make sure everybody knows that you are a real estate agent. So what's gonna be next? Well, this is gonna be the fastest way to get face-to-face lead sources with the least amount of resistance. Another way is gonna be door knocking. That's what I did in the beginning, but I understand that door knocking is scary for a lot of people, and I understand for some women as well. It's a security issue, so I understand why you might not wanna do it. Completely okay, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything. You have to do something if you want your next client in the next 30 days. So my recommendation for this, again, if you're going all out and fully committed with no excuses, like the commitments we made at the beginning of this video, host 2 open houses every single weekend for a different agent. There's lots of agents in your market, at your brokerage, at different brokerages, and what you'll see is that the majority of top producing agents don't do their own open houses unless it's a luxury listing or high price point. They're looking for other agents to do it. So check and see and do one every Saturday and one every Sunday. Promote it on Facebook Marketplace, Instagram Stories, and in other Facebook groups. Just with the Facebook groups, be mindful of community rules in these Facebook groups, because sometimes they have community rules saying no, business or real estate postings, and you don't want to get in trouble. But do what you can to promote it, right? Another really important thing that you can do is invite locals door to door. Now again, I know that kind of goes back door knocking, but it's a really great way to get in front, because oftentimes you have nosy neighbors. Here's what happens. Nosy neighbors, and some people get frustrated of neighbors coming to the open houses, but nosy neighbors are also interested in the value of their home. So even when you start going through the process of door knocking, well, don't just look at it as an opportunity to get people to the open house, where again, if you want to know what to say, just ask ChatGPT for a door knocking script to promote your open house. And guess what? It will give you a perfect one every single time. You don't have to go pay for coaching for that, and you can get it immediately. But invite them to the open house because, me, for example, I love this area. It's on a beautiful lake. I would love if one of my friends moved next door, right? If you like the area that you live, you want friends or relatives to be close by, especially if you have families with similar age kids. So first, you want to go with the approach of inviting them to the open house with the, interest of if you know anybody looking to move to this area, or if you just want to check out the property. And then if they don't have that, you want to go for the second approach or the second close, which is if they want to or are interested in the value of their property based on this current market. And that's going to be another way to, again, get in front of people every single week. Now, the next part is going to be attending networking events. This is something that I did very religiously in the beginning of my journey, and I went to 2 events per week. And how did I find the events? Well, I went to these websites here, which is meetup.com and Eventbrite. And I would look for entrepreneur events, real estate networking events, mostly focused on investors. This is a really critical one. So if you're looking at some of the categories, type in entrepreneur, type in small business, type in RE investing, like real estate investing, and type in anything related to passions or hobbies. And so I went to all 4 of these categories. What you'll start to see is that with the small business and entrepreneurs, this is where you can start to get referrals, because all of these people are looking to grow their business as well. And so if you're able to send business to them and collaborate with them, well, it's also going to be a way for them to want to return the favor. They're all looking to grow the business, be around like-minded people. When I went to real estate investor events, well, the best part about them is they are usually repeat customers because they don't just want to do one deal, they want to do multiple deals. And if you do your research, again, you can leverage ChatGPT in order to find out what the best investment opportunities are in your market. Then this is going to be a great way for you to position yourself as somebody that can help them with their next flip, buy and hold, or anything of that nature. And then passions and hobbies is another great one to connect with like-minded people. So for me, in the beginning, I went and I connected with 2 different categories of people. The car community, because cars are a passion of mine, and also the mountain bike community, because I'm big into mountain biking as well. And so by tapping into these 2 communities, I was able to get around like-minded people with similar passions. And what always comes up at the end of the day? What do you do when you're meeting new people? So attending networking events is another great way. You have to make sure though that you do a couple things in order to get the most out of this. Number 1, you want to follow up with them. And number 2, you want to add them on social media. And number 3, this is really critical, you want to come prepared to pour into others and focus on giving, not getting. I know if you're struggling for your next deal right now, you could be a little bit overwhelmed and you kind of are a little anxious and you want to push for the next deal. But I tell you for certain from experience that the more you pour into others, the more genuine you show up, and the more you focus on the connection, the more quickly you're going to get business. Now, this is a critical one. We loosely talked about in the last part, which is that the magic is in the FU or the follow up. So make it a priority for an hour every single day to follow up with anybody that you had a conversation with, and make sure that you track it all in your CRM. So what does a weekly routine look like going forward before talking about the mindset? 15 conversations every single day. This is going to make sure that you're in front of people having real estate related conversations. And that's a really important note here, is this has to be real estate convos. This is not conversations with your friend at the gym. This is not conversations about going on your next vacation. This is not conversations about the next toy trinket that you want to buy or something related to one of your passions. This is real estate related conversations is what counts for those 15. If you have 15 plus conversations per day, again, that's why I recommend networking and prospecting in open houses, because this allows you to have conversations every single day. Yes, social media is going to be great, but again, you have to focus on conversations, which is going to be DMs, replies to stories, writing comments, but you have to make everything every single day focused on income producing activities, which boils down to having conversations. Post 1 piece of content per day. This is going to be very easy. Again, with your stories, talking about behind the scenes, you can ask ChatGPT for 30 video ideas that are going to help you, again, get your next client in the next 30 days and write out a script for all of them that are going to help you generate the most leads. There it is within seconds. 10 intentional DMs per day on social media, 1 hour of follow-up, and then 2 open houses every single week. Now, none of this is going to work if you don't have the right mindset. So let me break down 3 critical mindsets that you need to understand. First is nobody's going to save you, but you already have everything that you need in order to execute. We have tools like we talked about again, like ChatGPT, where if you don't know something, you go ask it and you're going to get the answer immediately. This is such an incredible time to be a real estate agent, but you have to realize that there is no excuses anymore. There is not one skill set that you don't have right now today when you're watching this that you need in order to get your client in the next 30 days. You have everything that you need. You just have to apply it and you have to get it out of your own head. Your schedule must reflect your desire for success. Every single struggling agent that I've looked at, their calendar shows it. I can look at your calendar and tell immediately why you're not successful. And the reason being is because it's either blank or it's just filled with fluffy activities that are busy but not productive. If you have your calendar mapped out and there's 3 hours of prospecting a day, 1 hour of posting content per day, and 1 hour of follow-up per day, that's only 5 hours per day of real work. You're gonna get your next client in the next 30 days. It's only 5 hours. The problem is the majority of agents are spending 10, 12 hours per day on non-income producing activities where they get to the end of the day, they're tired, they're exhausted, they're burnt out, and they're discouraged because they're wondering why they put all this time into their business, but their income's not reflecting it. It's because you're focusing on busy activities, not productive activities. So like I'm saying, and this is very real, is that you only need 5 hours per day of income producing activities in order to get your next client in the next 30 days. It's going to be, again, very simple, but that does not mean easy. But that goes for anything, real estate, any business, is that it's very simple what you need to do. I'm sure none of this comes as a surprise to you, but it's not easy. That's why not everybody is successful as a real estate agent. And then lastly, you need to make sure that you understand that confidence comes with action, not before it. When we go back to these scripts, some of this might seem a little bit overwhelming to you, and you might say, I'm not that good at scripting, or I need to role play first. No. The best example of confidence is going to come from repeated execution and getting real world examples of your own experience doing a certain activity. That's what's going to help you get better. And that only comes through repetition and taking massive action. But you have to understand that confidence comes with experience, not before it. You're never going to feel ready, but you have to get started, especially if you're at the point where you need your next deal quickly. So you have the ability, again, to get your next client in the next 30 days, but you have to make no excuses and you have to make sure that every day that you wake up, you're focused entirely on income producing activities. The activities that are going to get you in front of people, have real estate conversations, and move the needle of your business every single day. So as you can see, getting your next client in the next 30 days is actually very simple in nature. It's just not easy, but that's why not everybody does it. You can do it if you remove your excuses, take massive action, and follow the very simple things that are proven to get you there every single time. Now, if you want to see how to structure your calendar properly and how to reverse engineer $100,000 a year into a weekly routine, check out this next video where you will see my 6-figure blueprint. Otherwise, take massive action, get rid of excuses, and I can't wait to see you close your next deal in the next 30 days.